How's it going, gamers? This is Q, and it's been a long break since I last posted a video. I've been really busy with work, with family, and things like that, so I haven't been really able to have a chance to upload. So I do appreciate the patience with all of my followers, and I do appreciate all the new followers that have been following my channel. So a quick update. I just want to give a quick video update. It's been about 4 months now since I've got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X at launch, and this is more of a reflection of the last 4 months of what was I doing with the new generation systems and what are my thoughts. And this is just a quick response to that. And to be quite honest, I haven't really been playing any of my new next generation systems or games on the systems, really, outside of Demon Souls and Miles Morales on the PS5. There's really been not really a lot of good quality games coming out on the PlayStation 5. I actually have been going back on my PlayStation 5 and playing a lot of my old back catalog games that run much better on the PlayStation 5 and is a much better experience. And the same thing with the Xbox. The Xbox, a lot of the old games that I have in my library, along with Game Pass games, just play much better on the Series X. It's basically, if I feel lazy and I don't want to boot up my PC to play any of the games I have on my PC with my RTX graphics card, I usually just boot up the systems and try to play the games right off of the consoles. And with that, like I said, if you are not a hardcore gamer like myself, where, I was able to get these systems, and right to this day, like it's 4 months, after launch of these both systems, and they're still very hard to find in retail shelves. So I wouldn't be in a rush to looking for one or paying extra on eBay or scalpers to get these systems, just because the next generation games are just not there. And just like any new generation, and I've been gaming since the 80s, it takes almost a full year before you start to realize what developers can actually squeeze out of these new platforms. And even though the architecture is still the same with an x86 architecture, there's still a lot of new things that are in the SDKs that these developers have to learn to exploit and use, because now there's a faster SSD, there's different ways you can use some of the compute units in the GPU. So yeah, technically it's still kind of the same, but it's not at the same time, right? And so they really need to optimize a lot of their games for it. And I can tell you that based on what I'm seeing from third parties, these developers in the first year are very lazy. They're just porting them over and just using very minimal effort into optimizing it. And you can see that with all the next generation patches, where when you look at some of the comparisons to the old generation on base systems with the next generation patches, there are some improvements, but it's not that big significant jump. So my suggestion is, if you want to save some money, and I would wait until the systems are back in stock. And unfortunately, with a lot of everything that's happened in the last year with the global pandemic, and also the shortages in silicon chips and memory chips and components, that's affecting everybody, not just the gaming industry, but the whole electronic industry. Any industry that deals in electronic components, they're feeling the hurt right now, with a lot of these factories that are a little bit backlogged, that are a little bit delay in their delivery of these components, and it's affecting both Sony and Microsoft, just like all these other companies too as well. And look at even in the PC side, GPUs are hard to find right now. So if you're lucky enough to find one, great. If not, they're going for a very high price, because supply and demand is just the economics of it, right? So yeah, with that, just a quick update on that. I think from a reflection standpoint, I would say I've seen several YouTubers put their opinions out there with these next generation systems, and stating that Sony and Microsoft wasn't really prepared for launch, that they should have delayed this. And from a gamer perspective, I can see that, and from myself in playing the games, or the lack of games in the first 4 months, I can definitely see that they would have benefited from delaying the console and getting it much more ready. And you can see that even in the OS and the different feature sets that are slowly rolling out. But at the same time, you also have to understand the business aspect aspect of what these companies had decided on. They had a launch window, and when they design the next generation systems and they prepare a launch window, they're pretty much locked into budgets and expenses that they're looking into, from marketing to production costs. So basically, at the end of the year of 2020, they have all these expenses. They need to be able to recoup that through sales and end up being close to flat or profitable as much as they can to offset their books. It's more of a finance and ops type of a deal. So because all that was already in motion, there was really no way for both Microsoft and Sony to delay the systems. That's my perception of how I've seen businesses been done or been conducted by companies, and it's just part of that business aspect, right? You can't write off that loss in that year because you decided to delay a launch. And technically, can they do it? Yes, but would they want to do it? No, because they both companies have to report to their shareholders, and yeah, no one wants to be at the table stating, oh, you know what, we decided to push it back because we can't produce enough. No, it's basically putting it out there into the market, sell as much as you can that you can produce to offset the costs and the profits and whatever that may be, so that your numbers come in line or close to in line with what projections are for the end of the fiscal year, or whatever the companies use as part of their fiscal year. I know, like Nintendo, their fiscal year is actually March every year, the end of March. So every company is different in terms of how they report fiscal earnings and things like that. But yeah, I mean, from a gamer perspective, you wish they would have delayed the systems and have it come out when they had a much more quality selection of games from not only first party but third party. But you know what, it is what it is, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get both consoles at launch. Other people's were not fortunate enough, and there's a lot of scalpers out there. A lot of those scalpers have been using bots to obtain a lot of these systems. So again, I wouldn't feed those scalpers and pay the premium, just because again, there's really no next generation system, next generation games out there that are worth playing on the systems. You can actually wait. And when you think about all the third-party games that have came out at launch and now within a 4-month window, a lot of those games are super cheap. And this is why I'm an advocate of physical games versus digital games. You look at right now, as of recording this, was it Watch Dogs Legions? You can find it on store shelves for $20. Phoenix Rising, you can get it for $30, which I actually did a month ago. I got Phoenix Rising for $30 when it was on sale. Valhalla is down to $30. Cyberpunk you can find some places for like $40-$45. But definitely, buying physical media, you can definitely take advantage of stores like a Target or a Walmart or an Amazon that will have sales on a regular basis to drive in traffic. And as physical purchasers of games, you get the benefit of either additional discounts or buy one get one free or buy two get one free, all that stuff. And that plays really well into a lot of the game selections that are out there. And you guys, with the next generation system, especially on the console side, they've increased pricing of games to $70. And it's kind of going back into the N64 days and Super NES days when back then games were like really high valued. But nowadays, I think a $70 game is really stretching it. And a lot of the games that I've seen so far, to me, are not worth $70. I mean, if I had the option to get it on console or PC, I'll just get it cheaper on PC and play it on my PC, because I have the ability to play it because I have a very good gaming rig for PC. But not everybody has that option, and I fully understand that, and that's why buying a $500 system like a PS5 or an Xbox Series X is a great added value. If you had to build a PC with an RTX card and all the components, it's going to cost you almost 4 times as much. And actually, that segues into another video I'll create, because I've actually been tasked by my godbrother to build him a gaming PC. So I am going to try to put together a gaming PC with an RTX card for somewhere under $3,000. I'm trying to really save him some money here and try not to have him spend too much. You know, the RTX card that he wants to get is the 3080, and already that is MSRP at $700, but right now the market price is a little bit higher. But then all the other components of the PC that he wants to make it look good, but not only that, but be able to perform and use the computer for the next 5 years without having to update it. So I will put together a video on me putting together his PC and all the components that I've used and the costs behind all the components. But again, PC gamers are a different breed. If you have the, like I said, the funds or the money to buy a PC that can play games at that level, you're going to enjoy most of the games, most of the third-party games, on PC, much better than the consoles. But again, all down to your preference. I'm a gamer at heart. This channel is not about being fanboys for any part of any groups or camps. It's just about games and talking about experiences and things that I want to share with you guys as a community. So yeah, just a quick update. Just want to spend 10-11 minutes or whatever this is going to take to record this session to give you a quick update, but I do have more video updates that I will be adding up soon. So thank you again for being patient. Again, I do this for fun. I am busy with work and with personal life, and I only upload videos as it means to share with the community, and I'm not here to make any money or monetize my video on YouTube. Just want to be able to, again, just speak to the gaming community. And if you guys are new here, hit a like, follow, and post any comments that you might have, any suggestions, and I'll be happy to generate or make videos off of the whole gaming industry. And for the most part, if you're new here, I normally give not only a gamer perspective but also give a business perspective on a lot of the different things that are going on with all the companies that are out there. So with that, guys, I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you guys are playing a lot of really cool games, and if you're stopping by and you've listened to this whole session here, post down in the comments what kind of games are you enjoying right now. For me personally, before I end this, I've been playing the Switch with my son. So we've been playing a lot of different Switch games, Animal Crossing, to right now he's 6, but he's getting into Fortnite and he likes to play it on the Switch. So I've been teaching him on how to setting that up and playing that with his cousins. But yeah, outside of that, I've been playing my Switch pretty much a lot of third-party games. I'm getting back into a couple of older games that I'm trying to finish off, like Golf Story, which I was like very near the end. But again, I write down in the comments what you guys are playing. I hope everyone's having a great week. Easter is this weekend, so hope everybody is having a great week to relax with your friends and family. And I will see you guys later.